Good evening, everyone. My name is Cliff Coppersmith, and I'm the president of Chesapeake College. Welcome to our Pride of the Peake finale. This evening, we're recognizing remarkable individuals who've made a tremendous impact in our community and with our students. Two individuals and an organization composed of individuals. All of them, in their own way, have made a tremendous impact on students' lives. I personally have seen the impact that scholarships and other financial support and assistance to students has made in individual students' lives. It's significant, it's life-changing, it makes the difference. We recognize the time and investment and efforts of our honorees this evening. Now I'd like to introduce Passion Bolden Tilghman, Chair of the Chesapeake College Foundation Board.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight, you will have the opportunity to hear from our honorees as they share why they are so passionate about improving the lives of our students. You will also hear directly from some of those students whose lives have been changed because of the financial, educational, and career support provided by our honorees. We want to thank our sponsors and donors who had already given to our honorees through their gifts to their scholarship. Your support will ensure a lasting legacy of all of the good work of each of our honorees. If you're joining us this evening and have not had the opportunity to give, we will share a link in our comment and chat section. Thank you for your consideration and your support to our honoree scholarship. And now, our first Pride of the Peake honoree, Mr. John DeLuca.
Mr. DeLuca is an indefatigable advocate for Chesapeake College. He has a real love for the institution. He has a real strong appreciation for the value it has for the local community, and quite frankly, he's very interested in getting others to join him in supporting the college, both in terms of moral support, but also financial support. He's obviously most known for his support of the TREE Scholarship Program for the Certified Nursing Assistance Program, but also in the past year, he has also provided additional resources for other workforce-based programs, particularly in our welding program, but also for other areas of our workforce programming at the college.
Spending a lot of time in a assisted living community, I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly. I just got the feeling maybe we can do something on the training. So let's see if we can start something here. Get people with the right attitude, the proper thinking into these facilities. The mission was to make a difference in the lives of those we touch with compassion, caring, dignity, respect, love, through TREES. TREES stands for training, recruiting, educating, employing, and supporting. And by January the 1st, 2016, we had our first class of 8 students, full uniforms. Today, we have 30 graduates and 5 in class right now, all paid for. So it's been a good thing, meaningful.
It was about 5 years ago, and Mr. DeLuca stepped into our office, and he clearly had something on his mind. He delicately explained why he was so emotionally in support of this project. He actually saw the difference in what it meant to patients and families to have dedicated, compassionate people who had the right training taking care of our residents here on the Eastern Shore. There's always a need for well-trained nursing assistants here on the Eastern Shore. And because of that, and because of the fact that the college is an integral part of our community, we need to always keep the bar high. Together, we set up parameters for our students to meet. We extended into underserved areas of our community. We met with potential employers to get an understanding of what they really wanted to hire in the way of a CNA. We coordinated with the ESL program, and we added pre-readiness classes to ensure the success of these wonderful students that we were finding. He developed the TREES program as a result of all of this. Through the TREES program, he has enhanced the lives of many CNAs here on the Eastern Shore, and by extension, the lives of many patients and residents who have been under their care. And so it was a blessing when he came into our office, and I'm just so glad he's getting this award.
When I was a little girl, I always imagine to be a nurse and help people and people who needs me and my help. So this is a good dream that I feel it's coming, it's coming be true, and I'm so excited. I received the TREES scholarship, and I'm really happy because I was thinking to how am I gonna get the money, how my parents gonna help me. So I'm really God bless him, please. Thank you, Mr. DeLuca, for the scholarship opportunity.
John DeLuca has had a profound impact on Chesapeake College and our CNA program. This scholarship program has really benefited our students here at Chesapeake. As the baby boomers continue to age, the need for qualified CNAs and GNAs will only increase. This scholarship, again, allows for students to complete the training, become certified, and be employed in the workforce where they're critically needed.
I'm from Brazil, and when I moved here 10 years ago, I went to Chesapeake to take ESL class, and that's how I knew about Chesapeake. So fast forward a few years after that, and life happened, and I went back for more English class, and then through the English program, I heard about the CNA program that was a grant for people that was doing ESL class. So that's how I did my CNA program under the TREES scholarship. Getting the scholarship was very beneficial to me at the time of my life because I was a new mom with 2 kids, and my husband was the solo provider in the house at the moment, and going to classes with a scholarship meaning I could get a license and get a better job without even spending money on that. That was very beneficial for our whole family, and the CNA program made me get a job quickly. There was no waiting time. After as soon as we got our license, I already had a job. I'm very grateful for Mr. DeLuca and all he did for the scholarship, and he took not just the money but the time to check it out, and after we finish the class he followed up to make sure that you all get a job and that we stay with the path. He took the time to invest in this profession that it's so needed here, and we need CNAs a lot. So thank you for doing that for everybody, and especially to myself.
If we as advocates can help provide an opportunity to someone or for someone to improve themselves, to upgrade themselves, it's just the right thing to do.
Thank you again, Mr. John DeLuca, for everything that you have done for our students and our community. The TREES Scholarship helps members of our community receive the education and training that they need to enter the local healthcare workforce. During the COVID pandemic, many of the essential healthcare workers in our community, like the CNAs, they have received their education right here at Chesapeake College. Our next Pride of the Peak honoree is our Chesapeake College Multicultural Advisory Committee.
The Multicultural Advisory Committee is a committee consisting of community leaders such as pastors, educators, volunteers, people that really believe in the community, and they were brought together over 20 years ago to help support the college's mission of helping diverse backgrounds as far as students. The committee's job or main focus is to really open up doors of understanding and opportunities for communities that may not think that higher education is for them. And so the Multicultural Committee has been a great partner to the college in that way.
Given the invitation to join MAC, I joined hands down, without a doubt, no reservation. As a minority growing up in Talbot County, there were a lot of limitations on success or things, that I felt like I could do. I couldn't afford to go to college. I've met some great people in my life that, have helped me along the way. So I do feel like, it's my civic duty to do the same, and MAC definitely, provides that platform. And it's all about expanding the culture. The benefit of community leaders and activists such as myself, and obviously, employees of Chesapeake College, it creates a certain synergy, especially given the times that we're living in now, racial divide, societal issues, however you want to name it. I definitely feel like Black history should have always been celebrated. MAC has put on this Black History Luncheon. People are visual, so when they see these Black History luncheons, they see these keynote speakers that exude success. The young man, Jalen Money, I watched him grow up. To see that, it inspires other people. So in more ways than one, things like this, the Black History Luncheon, they inspire other people to be great. So I do feel like MAC is actually they're fostering an environment to where as though success is imminent.
Mr. Gibson, when he was an employee here at Chesapeake College, his mission, really aside from his job, was to help students. If a student didn't have enough money in the cafeteria, he would help pay lunch. If they were short on their books, he would help them in any way. So shortly after he passed, his family started a scholarship in his honor to continue his passion for helping students, to empower students. And it connected with the mission of the Multicultural Advisory Committee to help underrepresented communities, and that's why we adopted and funded the J.C. Gibson Scholarship Fund. The J.C. Gibson Memorial Scholarship really helps students take care of their books and their other supplies. Education is so expensive and costs are rising steadily. A lot of students get money to pay for their tuition, but then there's the books, there are the fees, there are the laptops, there are other kind of materials that students may not be able to afford. And so the J.C. Gibson Scholarship takes care of that. And we have awarded thousands and thousands of dollars since 1995 to help all types of students in this way.
After I graduated high school, I went to Towson University, and when I was there, my mom passed away, so that kind of threw me off my balance. And after a couple years, I had to take a hiatus from school after that. But after a couple years, I just decided I want to go back to school, and so I just decided to start at Chesapeake again. And I mean, this is somewhere I can get my start learning, so this is where I've kind of revived my love for learning and just remembered how fun it is to go to school. This year's semester, I plan on graduating from Chesapeake, and I want to transfer to a four-year university where I plan to major in secondary education in history and political science with a minor in communication. And I'm excited because I can't wait to hit the ground running and finish school, because I want to give back to the community like so many have to me. And I want to be a teacher so I can help educate the next generation. My main goal is to be the first Black senator in Maryland. The J.C. Gibson Scholarship helped me have enough money to pay for my textbooks and my materials for my classes this year. And that was just a nice relief during the pandemic when things aren't so financially stable. Scholarships are important because they provide a pathway for students who might not necessarily see how they can afford to go to college or pay for their materials outright. I would just want to say thank you to the providers of the J.C. Gibson Scholarship, because I'm going to use this money for the right way, and I'm going to make sure that this semester I got to put in the extra effort a little bit more to make sure my grades are on top, because someone else is supporting me, and I don't want this money to go to waste when it could have went to somebody else who put it to better use. So I'm going to make sure I get the most use out of it and use it to help me succeed.
I actually started Chesapeake College in the year 2000, right after I graduated from high school. I started out, I was a little bit undecided on going for a teaching degree. So I just came in and I enrolled into liberal arts. I came here for about, I would say, a year before I had to quit due to transportation issues. And eventually it brought me back here 2 years ago. Right now the degree I'm pursuing is early childhood education / special education teacher. And that's actually what I do now. I'm a special education instructional assistant. So I wanted to go ahead and get the degrees while I'm actually doing the job. Chesapeake College is actually helping me pursue that goal because, like, as of right now, I'm taking up a course, early childhood development and behavior, and those are the type of issues and problems that I'm working with now. So while going to college and working with those students, it helps me to teach them, and not only that, while I'm learning along the way. It's not easy balancing college, working a full-time job and a part-time job while parenting 2 teenagers. I wasn't even thinking about I had to pay for books. All I was focusing on is to pay for my class and get started. And after learning to become a recipient, I'm very appreciative because that helped me to take a burden off of not actually taking on another payment for books. I would just like to say thank you with the biggest smile on my face that's underneath this mask, because it helped me to focus on school and not worry about purchasing books or purchasing any other equipment to finish and go ahead and work towards my teaching career.
To me, no matter who you are or where you are in life, like, Chesapeake offers a way for success. It gives you the keys and the tools. Even in later age at 37, I just took the MHIC exam to start my own construction company, Cardinal Construction. Coming back at 37, Chesapeake was still there to offer a new set of training, right? So, with that being said, it's timeless. Chesapeake has always been that staple for success in the mid-shore. I'm seeing more minorities get skilled trades, some type of certifications or some type of education. They successfully complete the course of study at Chesapeake and they move on. I do feel like MAC has created that platform. With that synergy that I spoke on earlier, that creates it fosters a certain, culture within Chesapeake College that it helps minorities excel. I believe that that's due in part, to MAC's efforts.
The J.C. Gibson Scholarship to us is a living legacy, because what it does, it funds dreams, it funds aspirations, and once we are gone, it's a memorial scholarship, so it doesn't matter who's involved in it, who's in charge. It will be a lasting legacy to empowerment, to education, to opening doors for opportunities for all types of students. So that's what the J.C. Gibson Memorial Scholarship means to not only to the college, the Multicultural Advisory Committee, but to also the students that have benefited from it.
Thank you to the Chesapeake College Multicultural Advisory Committee. This committed group of committee members is dedicated to achieving a more diverse, a more equitable, and inclusive campus and providing our students with the necessary resources to succeed. We appreciate all of their work. Our final Pride of the Peak honoree is Mr. Bob Rao.
So just across the spectrum, Bob has been involved at Chesapeake College as a supporter, and he's also just an awesome cheerleader for our programs and for the college itself. So he's just intrinsically connected to all the concerns and issues that many of our employers and business and industry partners have about finding qualified people, skilled workers, thinkers, analytical problem solvers. Those are all the things that Bob's been about in terms of his own work with Chesapeake College and his concerns as a service provider and a businessman in his own right on the Eastern Shore.
Yeah, one of the exciting things about having a business here and having it grow and being able to hire people is that the experience that I had here and growing up and having family here, we can't lose that. And the only way we can keep that is we've got to have the same opportunities available to generations to come. To the extent that I'm able to do that, that makes me happy. Companies of all types that are dependent on a qualified, loyal, and dependable work staff. And you can't really get that unless you invest in it. it doesn't matter what type of business you are, you really should invest in these students at Chesapeake and give them a chance. One of the things that I'm really excited and very proud of is this opportunity affords me the chance to have a named scholarship created. And that scholarship it will be targeted and focused to support students coming into Chesapeake College that are interested in the areas of study that are particularly important to our business, and that's the surveyors, CAD drafting, design support. Chesapeake College has programs where people can learn the CAD skills, and we found that it's not only good for us to look at, work with students in that, but also help contribute to that educational program and support Chesapeake in providing that level of training.
Bob and Rachael Incorporated was one of the first businesses that I really got connected with, and I mean, from the very beginning, Bob graciously invited myself, one of our instructors, down to meet his team, see what they do, how they do it, help provide some advice on what we're teaching, our curriculum, our projects, and how that could better tie into what they're doing in the industry. More than willing to help us out in multiple different ways, from on-site tours, taking our students down to view their offices and meet their employees, to helping us secure instructors for our classes, and actually then even hiring graduates from our program. Strong partnerships with the business community is really critical in helping us to better prepare students for the jobs that they're going to be going into. Everything from curriculum, projects that they do in class, on-site visits, interactions with professionals that are actually in the industry. It all helps better prepare those students for the jobs now and the jobs in the future. Having scholarship money available is critical to help get students in these classes. The more people we can get into the program is really critical for helping the larger local industry.
I met Bob in 2012 as part of the R.E.E.S mentor program. My mom told me to start networking, so I went up to him and approached him, and he gave me his business card. And then several weeks later, I contacted him to do a shadow day. He offered me 2 shadow days that summer. One, actually going out in the field all day. I had my own hard hat and everything. And then the other one was actually in the office. So I did that only 2 days. Then the following summer, I asked to do it again, but instead he offered me an internship here. Once I graduated high school, I continued full-time at Chesapeake College. After completion at Chesapeake, I transferred to the University of Maryland, originally in engineering, but transferred to the architecture department. And now I have the opportunity to get my master's in real estate development at Georgetown University, but I also am a mentor with the R.E.E.S mentor program. And Bob supported me all through my decision. He supported me through the engineering, he supported me then through the architecture, and then working here, I did find that it did help with those classes that I was taking at the University of Maryland. So having some of that real world experience did help with those classes. I would say thank you for allowing me the opportunity to grow with this company and supporting me along my journey and supporting my change of careers.
The reason I started taking classes at Chesapeake was because my former position, it was heading into a technical and really engineering focused direction. I wanted a more formal technical training. Luckily, Chesapeake actually did offer, and still does obviously, a wonderful engineering technology program. Essentially it focuses on a lot of the basic technical skills that are needed to work in a technical or engineering kind of environment. So basically the program opened the door for me to get into a technical field and then apply other skills that I had into a really interesting and fascinating role that is, allowed me to encompass a lot of the things that I'm good at in addition to the engineering technology. I was able to meet somebody that's in the industry, that owns a company, that is a part of the community, and was able to turn that into a job. And turned into a job doing something that I actually really enjoy doing and employs a lot of the skills that I am good at and things I really enjoy pursuing. I would say, Mr. Rao, I couldn't have asked for a better boss, a better mentor, and a better leader in the community to work for and learn from and work with in the career that I love. So thank you.
We've got to make sure that the community college experience is not a default experience, it's a priority experience. And we want the young people that attend the community colleges to get a full and rich educational experience and prepare them to complete their degrees. I also want to make sure that the four-year institutions recognize the programming, the compatibility of the community college courses that immediately transfer into their degree program. Obviously, Chesapeake College is my highest priority in making sure that that relationship is good. So the more that I can contribute to that, it's great for my business, but it's also great for our community. And it just feels good.
Thank you again, Bob, for your service to Chesapeake College and its students. You have shown through your mentoring with James and Rachael how business leaders in our community have had a profound impact on our students. Now, we would like to share a message from Senator Cardin and Senator Eckert to our honorees.
Hi, I'm Senator Ben Cardin. I have the honor of representing Maryland in the United States Senate. Today, I want to send my congratulations to the 2021 Chesapeake College Pride of the Peake honorees. It is an honor to celebrate people who choose to invest their talents, energy, and resources in education and students. We can see the tangible results of their investment in the lives of Chesapeake College students. The Pride of the Peake is a chance to celebrate the designated endowed scholarships created in the names of each of the honorees. We also honor a few people who have helped students across the region meet their goals through education. These endowed scholarships ensure an impact on Chesapeake College students who will become the future leaders in service to the community. I would like to be there in person to present our certificates of recognition to each of you, but know that I celebrate your recognition and appreciate your commitment to the community in general and the students of Chesapeake College in particular. Keep up your great work.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Senator Addie Eckert. As a previous honoree, I am very much appreciative of this opportunity to be able to pass on the torch, if you will, to two wonderful gentlemen and a wonderful organization, Mr. John DeLuca, Mr. Bob Rao, and the Chesapeake Multicultural Advisory Committee. Let me first tell you a little bit about Mr. John DeLuca. I'm a nurse and we've been practicing for years. I also know Mr. DeLuca because his kids and our kids grew up together over in Cambridge. But we became reacquainted while we were trying to figure out how we get more certified nursing assistants into the workplace. So we worked together with employers and with Chesapeake College to make that happen. So it's my privilege to present to him today a recognition with a Senate citation. Be it hereby known to all that sincerest congratulations are offered to Mr. John DeLuca in recognition of your support for Chesapeake College students and your commitment to the training of certified nursing assistants in our community through the R.E.E.S scholarship. Thank you for your service to our region and congratulations. We also have for each of our honorees this evening from the state of Maryland, a governor's citation. We are pleased to confer upon you this governor's citation, and it's given under the governor's hand in the Great Seal of the State of Maryland on this 29th day of April, 2021, signed by the governor, the lieutenant governor, and the secretary of state. So each one of our honorees today will be getting those. So congratulations to you, Mr. John DeLuca. Next on our list will be Mr. Bob R.E.E. I've known Mr. Bob R.E.E. for a long time too, because he's been involved in environmental services for years, and he also knows the impact of local businesses, as he has also been working together with folks here at the college to be able to create a skilled workforce. To Mr. Bob R.E.E., we have an official Senate citation for his dedication and education and training of the workforce of the Eastern Shore, helping to create the pathway from community colleges to four-year institutions. Thank you for your service to our region. Congratulations. Also, there is one here from the governor, so Mr. Bob R.E.E., you have this one as well. And we appreciate your interface between the University of Maryland system and Chesapeake College, because we know that that's important for all of the folks of our region. Many of us have started right here at Chesapeake College, so it's been great to go on. I was one of those folks too who started here, so I appreciate that as well. And last but not least, to our Multicultural Advisory Committee, another official citation, be it hereby known to all that sincerest congratulations are offered to Chesapeake College Multicultural Advisory Committee in recognition of your dedication to achieving a more diverse, equitable, and inclusive campus for all of our students. Thank you for your work to providing students with the necessary resources they need to succeed. Congratulations. We all become more culturally diverse but inclusive in a lot of the work that we did this year in the Maryland General Assembly. So there is a lot more work to do to promote inclusion and equity. Also, we have from the governor's a governor's citation that you will be receiving as well. And I am honored to be able to present these to our two gentlemen and to the Chesapeake College Multicultural Advisory Committee with this wonderful opportunity as you participate in Chesapeake College's Pride at the Peak event.
As you have heard from our students, your scholarship gifts offers chances and sometimes second chances to pursue a higher education, create stepping stones for a new future, and nurture dreams for a better tomorrow. I am pleased to share the current total that has been raised for this year's Pride of the Peak. Thank you again to all of our current sponsors and donors. If you or someone you know would like to donate, please visit the Pride of the Peak's webpage. Your scholarship gifts support your community, our community.